AL basketball finals begin tonight at the Palumbo Center. The AAA matchup is at 9 with Highlands facing Hampton. But first, the Single A championship at the top of the hour between Sarah Catholic and Sewickley Academy. Both games feature players, part of a new wave of Division I college prospects in the area, and they're beginning and being helped along by an AAU program led by a former Duquesne assistant. 10 years ago, you would never expect to see 700 basketball players from this area trying out for an AAU program. Then again, 10 years ago, Darren Friedman never imagined he'd be running an AAU program here in Pittsburgh. But everything changed when Friedman joined Ron Everhart's Duquesne coaching staff, and along the way, met his future wife.
My wife's from Pittsburgh, and so the whole going from college to college and you know, working my way up to a head coach thing, that was, I don't know how well that was going to work.
With college coaching out of the question, Friedman wanted to address the low numbers of college prospects in the area. So he founded a development program called Basketball Stars of America.
We think we can produce a lot more players from the area. You know, it's not where it's going to stop being, you know, the guy puts the ball down, you know, puts the basketball down in the middle of February whenever they're done playing with their season and picks it back up in the middle of November.
Well, it's a lot different than most AU programs where you just go and, you know, you play and scrimmage. We really focus on fundamentals, and he drills you, and it's a tough workout, but at the end of the day, you're that much better of a player.
We have a program full of gym rats. We want them to do 3 hours a day of basketball, at least 6 days a week. And what's happened is we've had all these players. I mean, the junior class is kind of the first class of that group, you know, where we're going to have double-figure kids getting Division I scholarships.
The examples of local basketball's growth are all over the floor, beginning with Sewickley Academy's Tom Droney. He always had the tools as a 6'5" point guard, had an improved jump shot, and you have an elite prospect being recruited by top programs like Pitt and Notre Dame.
I wasn't a consistent shooter, so teams would, you know, just, you know, make me shoot a little bit more. And but now this year I've been shooting the three a lot better, and that helps me get into the lane and, you know, feed my teammates and, you know, finish at the rim.
Mount Lebanon's Evan Pierce had a different development plan. He's always had a slick jumper.
Friedman really worked with me real hard on my ball handling. He made sure I was working on it every day and kept drilling me on it. And it's working.
A lot of college coaches who see him say he reminds them of Stephen Curry, and he's got that feel. And Stephen Curry was very under-recruited too. You know, he kind of came on his senior year, and you know, Evan's got the potential to be a kid who could lead the country in scoring.
The result is interest from schools like George Mason and Penn State, and that's where Friedman and his coaches see the real reward of their work.
We had some kids who I didn't at first think they'd be Division I players, but have made themselves into Division I players. And when they call me and say, you know, guess what, coach, I just got offered a scholarship by somebody. It's like that's the joy of coaching.
Well, over 1,000 kids the last 3 weeks trying out for that program over at Sewickley Academy and other schools around the area. Also, one other note.